come to the end of the market week, Friday, the 12th of May. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank God it's a Friday. But first, your Thursday's market review with the South African stock market down by 1%. On Thursday, led by big names such as MTN Group, Vodacom, FirstRand, ABSA, and a couple of other big companies on the South African bourse. Again, that was the day we got a couple of announcements, including MTN Group reporting more than 15% growth in revenue, about 53 billion rand for the first 3 months of this year, January to March. But investors are booked a bit of a profit on that particular store. Quite a very heavy day. Of course, the financials, the industrials, and the resources indices fell on the South African market. The rand also fell to about 19.13 against the dollar, almost 1.7% downside for the South African rand. Quite a bit of brutal Thursday. The Nairobi market fell 2.16%, a very big dive below the 100 level reading for the all-share index. The shares of Safaricom Kenya PLC fell about 5% on the news that the telco giant reported about 22.2% decline in net profit for its full year ended March 2023. Headline revenue came in just about 3.4% to the upside. Investors conference held yesterday morning by the chairman, the CEO, and the chief financial officer of Safaricom failed to taper investors' sentiments against the company. And of course, the shares went down. More than 16 million shares of Safaricom were traded on the Nairobi bourse on Thursday. The Egyptian stock market finished the week. Thursday is the final trading day, by the way, in Cairo. So the EGX 30 down by 1.28% at 17,270. The BRVM came back again, knocking on the doors of 200, reading for the composite index, up by roughly 0.5%. The shares of Bank of Africa Senegal was among the big positive companies finishing on Thursday. Then you have the Nigerian market down by almost 1/10. Investors book profits among some of the biggest financial names such as Zenith Bank, GTCO, and Access Corp. The index printing 52,161 year to date. Nigerian market is still below 2% in terms of return on the NGX All-Share Index. And that's just a summary of the Thursday trading day. Let's look into the big headlines across business and investment. Safaricom shares down by 8.5%. Poor full year earnings. Vodacom earnings is expected to come in midnight. We're looking for those numbers. Full year 2023 from the Tanzania market. Vodacom unit in Tanzania, East Africa. And Kenya Treasury's 3-year bond raised about 20.3 billion shillings from the local market, while ABSA Kenya says the shilling is likely to go down as low as 150 to the dollar, but that's by the end of the year. Take it down. Let's look up the West African news with MTN looking to sell some of its assets in Liberia, in Guinea-Bissau and Guinea-Conakry to another company. It's a private discussion ongoing and no further detail has been provided. And Airtel Africa, listed on the Lagos and London stock exchanges, reported on Thursday, its earnings for its full year ended March 2023. Basic earnings per share up by 5.2% to about 17.7 cents, despite FX losses reported in Nigeria, East Africa, and down in Malawi. And UBA and US-based Hematech Holdings says they come up with a new digital wallet for the markets for the consumers in Liberia, West Africa. And the ITFC says about $1.1 billion deal has been signed with Mali, Gambia, and Djibouti at the annual meetings of the Islamic Development Bank taking place in Saudi Arabia. And Burkina Faso says about 29.2 billion CFA francs was raised this week on the West African Monetary Union financial markets. So President President Ramaphosa is calling for an emergency energy supply for South Africa as the country reels from Eskom's utilities crisis. In the meantime, MTN Group first quarter profit was up 11%, but South Africa sees about 7% decline because of the load shedding on the back of Eskom's power crisis. And Zimbabwe's cable maker Kafka, which is listed on the stock exchange, says his second half of 2023 numbers was a whopping 150% upside on revenue, and operating profit also up very strongly in the period, 254%. It's the largest cable maker in Zimbabwe. And Sasol in South Africa is announcing a gas find in Mozambique, while Angola says its privatization program will be extended until the year 2026 because almost 74 additional companies and assets of the government are being prepared to be onboarded into the market and the private sector. Let's look into North Africa. Not some good news, by the way, as Moody's placed Egypt's B3 long-term foreign currency and local currency issuer ratings on review for a downgrade. In the meantime, Egypt is cutting its oil prices by 15% in its budget for 2023-2024 period, while the S&P Global Ratings ranks National Bank of Egypt the first on the African continent. That's for full year 2022. Morocco's economy lost about 280,000 jobs in the first quarter. That's not so good news for one of North Africa's biggest economy and one of the most advanced, by the way, industrial speaking. An IT company, Microdata, says 6.47% was its profit jump in the full year 2022 period, and that's Microdata based in Morocco. And that's about it for this Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Enjoy your weekend, everyone, and I'll see you back on Monday. Bye for now.